The stock market's rigged. I say rigged. The overall massive cap is, there are people underneath us making tens of thousands of transactions right now as we speak.
That is a correct statement.
Brought to you by Janae Cook, Taylor Realty Group, 501-617-9747. Don't delay. Call Janae. Brought to you by MForce Capital. Joanna Horton at MForce Capital, 501-922-92. Your local professional in Hot Springs Village. And literally like your good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower, your State Farm agent. Your good neighbor is there, 501-984-4100. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, here we are.
Dennis Simpson from the noisy golf cart Granada back porch.
And Joanna Horton from MForce Capital.
Joanna Horton. When we get together, we really do compare a lot of notes. And I back in the 90s, I was watching that an MIT professor wrote an algorithm that literally did millisecond trading on stocks. And so in my opinion, and the stock market's rigged. I say rigged. The overall massive cap is, there are people underneath us making tens of thousands of transactions right now as we speak.
That is a correct statement.
Okay.
And so I don't know if rig is the right way,
but
or
there
are people that have advantages maybe that the individual or regular trader probably doesn't have.
They have an advantage that we could never be able to harvest, or could we?
Actually, there are ways with long-term strategic planning that you overcome those little ups and downs and minute things that we're missing along the way. But through algorithm trading and being able to use tools outside of, just the standard cut-alone portfolios, we can overcome some of those discrepancies.
So remember what, 10, 15 years ago, there were a lot of day traders.
Yes.
Okay. And that seemed like a good idea. But at the end of a few months, a day trader was maybe 4% better than what he was any other day or whatever, right? And he had worked himself to death to, literally, like you said, sleeping with the phone.
Right.
Right. To not miss a curve or a call or a put. And it was hardcore investing, and you really didn't make that much. What's the scheme? What's the plan to really harvest? I can't outcompete or out negotiate a supercomputer.
Right. And that's why it's so hard to beat the market, right? Market runs on algorithms these days, not like floor brokers so much as the way that it used to, where there was a lot more human intervention. Now it's computerized, and there's algorithms, and there's thousands of them that set the best bid and the best offer. And so when you go in to trade on a day-to-day basis, that fraction of a penny probably doesn't matter, because we're looking at what are we going to do over a year, 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years. And so beating the market is really hard. And that's why it's so important as investors that it's time in the market, not timing the market. Because day traders found out the hard way that timing the market is extremely difficult and makes for a really hard living. And I do believe this is a stat, and I'm one of these stats.
Sure, do it.
But a day trader average lifespan is 7 years younger than the normal person.
Really? They die 7 years earlier?
Yes.
Really? So this brings up a perfect point. Yeah, I couldn't have fed you that line any better, girl. Because the bottom line, just like we talked about, we're sitting at Granada today, and we've wanted to focus on this. We're talking about lifestyle. If you want to spend your life staring at a screen and trying to make the bid at the right exact time, then maybe you don't want to watch the rest of this show. But if you want to envision spending your life on the golf course and you're making money while you sit here on the golf course.
That's right.
And you have a lifestyle that you can sustain, that can give inheritance to your kids, could give charitable contributions to the entities you care about.
Yes.
Then watch the rest of this show.
That's right. So, like I said, it's time in the market, not timing the market. And I'd like to say that, I could outperform on a day-to-day basis, but that's not really how investing works. It's not the goal of investing. Everybody's goals are different. And, we customize based on what people's needs are. So
if what was the I saw a meme the other day on Facebook, and it was actually from a quote, and I'm trying to remember, but comparison is the thief of joy.
That's right.
If all you want to do is say, well, Joe sits up 24 hours a day, and he's got coffee and he's got toothpicks holding his eyelids up, and he's day trading all day long as hard as he can, and he beat my return by 8%. What were you doing with your life? Were you out at the golf course? Were you talking with your friends? Were you having a beer around the corner or a glass of wine, as the case may be?
That's so key. And I think people get too caught up on, 1 or 2 little percent here and there, when reality is when you have that plan that is established in place and we know what we're trying to accomplish every single year, anything above that number that hits that goal is gravy. And you ought to be out, enjoying your life because you have a solid plan in place with those bumpers around it that are going to stop AI and these algorithms from, putting a downward spiral on your goal. And you should just be out enjoying it.
Now, I'm going to be really nosy just a second to all you people out there. How many of you actually have a plan and a goal?
Well, if you don't,
if you need somebody to help you plan a goal,
yeah, that's what I'm here for. You can give myself or Lindsay a call at 501-922-9259. Again, I'm Joanna Horton from MForce Capital, and I office out of the REMAX Center right here on DeSoto and Ponce.
and a local girl actually from East Texas who actually lives here in the village. Lindsay lives in the village too, doesn't she?
Lindsay is a lifer. She's lived here her whole life. And so I'm not quite a lifer, but I've been here for 4 years and enjoying my time over on Coronado and hanging out over there. So
Well, let me cut to the chase also. You could be at your partner company in Dallas, in Fort Worth. You could be in the big city. You could do that, but you chose a lifestyle here.
that's right. So my business partner runs our Fort Worth office, and that's a whole nother ball game. But I decided a little slower pace and really just enjoy, the idea of helping people retire, not just retire, but retire well and really get joy and fulfillment out of their money because they work so hard for it. And it's easier just to slow down here and not be part of that rat race. And so I think that's the quality of life I was looking for. I found it here.
And if you hadn't figured it out, you have 2 A-type personalities here who can slow down.
We can't slow down, but we want you to slow down.
Let us show you how to slow down. Hang on, we got to go. Dennis Simpson, Miss Joanna Horton, we will see you next time. Don't delay. Call Janae. Janae Cook, Taylor Realty, 501-617-9747. Whether you're buying, selling, or just considering. Oh, we don't need a realtor yet. Yes, you do. Don't delay. Call Janae. 501-617-9747. Call 501-922-9259. Joanna Horton at MForce Capital. She can offer a complimentary financial evaluation planning session just for you and your needs. Once again, 501-922-9259. Hot Springs Village Venues is brought to you by KVRE at 92.9 and streaming worldwide on iHeartRadio. KVRE is your family-owned local hometown radio station, so be sure and tune in for live local programming, news, sports, and information every day at 92.9. HSV Radio. HSV Radio is heard every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or streaming on any of the major platforms. Hot Springs Village Radio is an eclectic mix of music, motivation, great music history, and Saturday morning fun. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m., 92.9. And brought to you by the Hot Springs Village Voice, Hot Springs Village only newspaper, also serving all of Saline and Garland County. Your local newspaper for local events. No one else has more local news than the Hot Springs Village Voice about the Hot Springs Village area. Sign up today at hsvvoice.com or call 501-623-6397. Again, that's 501-623-6397. Located at 3576 North Highway 7 in Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, just in front of Walmart. Brought to you by Gotta Go Vacations. www.gottagovacations.com. Troy Woods and Patrick Cunningham at 501-204-4805 can help you with any of your travel needs. Patrick and Troy have been airline stewards for decades, and their experience and their travel can serve you well. GottaGoVacations.com, again, that's GottaGoVacations.com, can help you book the perfect tour for you, whether it's a riverboat cruise up the Mississippi or the Rhine. These guys are who you need to call. 501-204-4805. Troy or Patrick, 501-204-4805. GottaGoVacations.com. D&D Village Properties. Hot Springs Village only short-term rental with over 2,100 five-star reviews. All properties are lakefront. They include complimentary kayaks, hot tub, pet-friendly, and a stunning view of the lake. Visit DD Village Prop today for your vacation getaway.